Hi, mommies. This is Tanya, Noor's mom. So, today I'm going to be speaking to you all about how to encourage your baby to crawl. So, crawling is a major developmental milestone that happens anywhere between 6 to 10 months of age. It is an intermediate step between sitting and walking. So, first the baby learns to roll over, then he starts sitting, then he starts crawling, and then finally he walks. So we need to understand that the crawling milestone or any other milestone for that matter is something that we cannot teach to our babies. They will reach it when they are ready, when their body is ready. All we can do is we can encourage them, motivate them, and prepare their bodies to embrace the milestone when the time is right. So what do babies need to crawl? So number one, they need strength in their neck, their shoulder, arms, their back and their legs in order to support their body weight. Next, they need to understand the concept of movement or motion. Then they need to have stability or balance in their bodies in order to move forward. And lastly, they need coordination between their arms and legs so that they can move a certain distance. So, for crawling, there are various stages that a baby goes through in order to learn the perfect crawl on all their fours. So first, usually for most babies, it starts with getting on their tummy and moving back and forth. Then some start with the army crawl. So army crawl means that the baby is on his elbows and they start pulling themselves forward. Some babies start pushing themselves from their legs while their tummy is still on the floor. Some first start moving backwards and then go forwards. So all these stages can come before your baby finally learns how to crawl on all his fours. Some babies might just sit and pull themselves. So that is called scooting. So some babies also do that. So every baby is different and every baby might go through these stages in his or her own sequence. Now, let's get on to understanding the various ways that we can encourage our baby to start crawling. So number one, tummy time. This is actually the secret formula behind baby's major gross motor development milestones. Tummy time not only helps your baby to start crawling, but it helps your baby to learn to support his neck, to roll over, to sit and to crawl. So this is the most important thing you can do in order to help your baby start crawling. Now tummy time means spending time on your belly or on the tummy whenever the baby is awake. So you can start giving tummy time to your babies as soon as you get them to your home from the hospital. Yes, you can start at 0 months as well. So from around 0 to 3 months, you should start with giving them around 2 to 6 minutes of tummy time 3 to 4 times a day. Around 3 to 5 months, you should start with around 15 to 20 minutes of tummy time 3 to 4 times a day, and by 6 months your baby should be spending 20 to 30 minutes 3 to 4 times a day in tummy time. The more tummy time you give, the better it is, and the sooner you start, the better it is, and the higher the chance that your baby will reach all these milestones faster. So now some babies do love tummy time and they like to spend all their time on their tummies, whereas there are some who don't like to spend time on their tummies. So like I said, the earlier you start, the higher there's a probability that your baby will start liking this activity. So you can make this activity exciting and enjoyable for the baby by keeping some attractive things in front of him whenever you're giving tummy time. So whenever you're giving tummy time, you can place a book in front of your child. So I used to do that. I used to place a cloth or a crinkle book in front of Noor, because even if you touch it a little, it makes a crinkly noise and that really attracts children. Or you can put a musical toy, a flashy toy, anything that the baby likes in front, so that he is motivated to stay in that position. You can also place a mirror while the baby is in tummy time, because babies love to see their reflection. Obviously not in the first 3 months of their life because their vision is still developing, but after that, they love to see their reflection and it keeps them really engaged. So when you do give tummy time, and the baby is around that fourth or fifth month mark, you should place his favorite toys just out of reach, not too far, not too close. Just at that perfect distance where the baby can grab, reach a little and grab that toy. And that reaching will actually help him understand movement, motion, and the fact that he can get something if he really wants by moving a little. So you just place his favorite toys, his books, or whatever at a little distance, and you see how they are motivated to go towards them. Next, whenever your baby is in tummy time, you can also elevate his or her hands. This further helps in strengthening of the muscles. So how you can do that is you can take a feeding pillow or any pillow or normal pillow at home and prop your baby or put your baby on the pillow so that he's getting adequate support in his torso area and his hands are free to grab things, see a book or hold a toy or anything. This gives them again that understanding of reach, movement, and the fact that they can do things if their hands are left free. The next thing that you should do, in order to encourage your baby to crawl is that even when your baby is sitting, you should make him do this reaching exercise. So again, place some favorite toys of his or a book or anything that he likes, a pacifier or whatever, just out of reach, not too far, not too close, and let your baby explore and learn that he can grab something if he wants by moving a little. Then you can also use some reach and grab or crawling toys to encourage your child to move. So these crawling toys or reach and grab toys are toys that whenever you press them, they move a little distance. So if you go near them or you press them, they'll go further. So that is again encouraging the child to go after them. So another thing is that whenever we put these toys in front of the child to attract him, to move towards, you should never ever remove that toy the moment the baby comes close. So what we do is that we place a toy here, the baby is here. When the baby is nearing the toy, we push it further. So don't do this because that will discourage the baby. Let your baby touch the toy, play with it, give it a minute or so and then move it further. That way the baby will learn that yes, I haven't given a goal, so when I reach it, I will get the prize. If you don't let him get that prize and move the prize away, then he will get discouraged and he will understand. What he will learn is that despite my efforts, I am not getting the prize, so let it be. I am not going to make the efforts only. Next, you should give lots and lots of floor time to your baby. So floor time is very, very essential. So I would recommend around the 4th or 5th month mark, especially once the baby starts rolling over, you should try to move your baby from the bed to the floor. So on the bed, what happens is that the bed is a little soft, it is not very firm, and babies cannot make as much movement as they can if they are left on the floor because floor is harder, it is more firm and it gives the required friction that the child needs to move. So I would recommend that around that 4th, 5th month mark, especially when the baby starts rolling over, even for safety purposes, so that the baby doesn't fall off from the bed, it is good to move your baby's awake time on the floor. So you can invest in a good play mat, or even if you have a good carpet or rug at home. It shouldn't be very soft, it shouldn't be very, very hard. It should be firm and thick and not of a very slippery material. Put your baby on it and let him play there. So whenever he is awake, after he's done with his feeding, let him be on the floor. It really gives them that freedom of space to move, to explore. Babies see their world from a new angle when they're on the floor. Around the 5th month mark, I remember I bought a play mat for Noor, and at least 2 to 3 hours a day I used to ensure that she's spending that time on her play mat on the floor. Next, baby massage. So massaging your baby is very, very essential to strengthen his muscles, because whenever we are massaging a baby, we are actually helping the blood circulate all across his body, and we're also helping his muscles move. So that is why it is recommended that you should ideally massage your baby every day for a year. If you can't do that, you must at least massage your baby till 6 months of age, because it really helps in achieving all these gross motor milestones. Next, when you start noticing that your baby is moving a little, he's trying to pull himself or push himself from his feet, then what you can do is that whenever the baby is on the floor, take your palm and place it behind your baby's feet. So whenever he's trying to move, give him a little push. So what that does is that gives him stability, and that also gives him something to push off against. And that further motivates him and encourages movement. Next, another thing that you can do is that really worked for me to help Noor crawl was, I used to get down on the floor with her and show her how to crawl. And I did this for a week or so, and and she picked it up very, very quickly. Babies like to imitate. Sometimes they just need to see what is exactly to be done in order to actually do it. Next, knee pads. Please do not make your baby wear any knee pads. Whenever you make your baby wear knee pads, you're actually inhibiting crawling. So, if it is summers and if the weather is alright, it is best to make your baby practice crawling when he's not wearing anything on his legs. So just a plain diaper or a romper or a bloomers or a nappy is good to go, because when the baby skin is directly in contact with the surface, he gets more friction and he is able to maintain proper balance. With knee pads, there are lots of problems. With knee pads, the baby can, number one, fall, slip, because they are slippery, and the floor is also slippery. The mat can also slip. Then it doesn't give that proper friction and that balance, that support to the baby to move forward. So that actually discourages them. So please do not make your baby wear knee pads just for the sake of safety, that my baby will not get hurt. You don't need to worry about it. You need to baby proof your house properly and ensure there are no sharp edges or any rough rugged corners or any nails in the floor that might hurt your baby. Lastly, clothing. So like I said, it is best not to have any clothing on, because when the baby's skin is in contact with the floor or the play mat, they are able to grip it better. However, if it is winters and you really cannot do without clothes, then ensure that your baby's not wearing very slippery leggings or a frock, because that gets in the baby's way. Your baby's clothes should be made of cotton that are not very, very slippery. Or you can also then see and ensure that your baby is always crawling on a play mat, so that the chances of slipping or falling are less. Lastly, all babies are different. You should not compare your baby with someone else's baby. Some babies, they start rolling over very soon in their life, but they crawl later. Whereas some, they roll over late, but they crawl early. And this was my case. So Noor started rolling over pretty late, at around 5.5, 6 months. But she started crawling perfectly by 7 months. And even if your baby is a late crawler, there is nothing to worry about. It is not going to hamper his development in any way. Also, if your baby's weight is on the higher side, or he's an overweight, even those children take a little more time to crawl as compared to others, because their weight is more and they have their muscles and arms have to work harder to hold that weight. And it is also normal if your baby doesn't crawl at all. 5 to 7% of babies actually don't crawl. They go directly from sitting to standing and walking later on. So that is also normal. So this was all about encouraging your baby to learn to crawl. Hope my video and my experience was helpful for all of you. Keep writing, keep suggesting topics. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.